It's finally the long-awaited Earth sign breakdown. Earth signs are Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. According to Hippocrates' theory of the four humors, Earth is dry and cold. Dryness is at its most stripped state. It gives nothing back. It's unaffected and independent. Dryness excludes energy, while coldness requires insulation. Coldness asks us to stay inside and wait it out. Coldness makes us stop farming. We have to harvest our last crop, pickle our veggies, and be patient. Together, dryness and coldness create the least survivable circumstances, which is why Earth deals with survival. They are the practical, resourceful ones in the harshest conditions. Earth is represented by dirt and rocks and benefits greatly from water signs because when you mix earth and water, you get clay and cement, which you can use to reinforce a safe internal structure, like a home. Capricorn is cardinal earth and therefore the most commanding earth sign. Capricorn has been painted as bossy and no nonsense. Internally, they struggle with a lot of insecurity and self-doubts because they've interpreted the world as working against them and therefore are extremely focused on creating a secure foundation. They survive by beating the odds and becoming the unlikely kings and queens. Despite being the boss of the zodiac, they significantly restrict expressing themselves. At some point, their sincerity was denied and the need to prove oneself emerged. Being ruled by Saturn can make them their own worst enemy, looking at the glass as half empty when the water pitcher is literally like across the table. They have an incredible reservoir of creative energy that they're not always tapping into. The cool thing about Saturn is that it does create a Benjamin Button age in reverse effect, and Capricorns typically become more joyful, relaxed, and youthful the older they get. Capricorn embodies the unseen beauty of growth. If you were to watch a time lapse of a flower blooming, obviously amazing, but if you sat in front of that flower for like hours and hours and hours, you'd be bored to death. Capricorn anticipates a beautiful bloom, but has a hard time trusting the process. Taurus is fixed and the most stubborn earth sign. Taurus wants its surroundings to remain predictable because it's ruled by Venus, the planet of comforts. Unlike Capricorn's ability to pivot in favor of better results, Taurus doesn't want to be challenged. It rejects anything that interferes with its way of doing things. Venus, Taurus's ruling planet, is associated with love and soft themes, so how come Taurus is this stubborn sign? It's because Venus is the planet of access, and access requires some strata and exclusion. So Taurus has this creme de la creme, I only fuck with the best energy. They may wonder why the universe won't just let them do things their way, but the seasons change and so must their ways. Taurus is really good at protecting their peace, but often at a cost to their own potential. This sign has a deep respect and trust for their senses and what is pleasurable. Therefore, they are the beautifiers of the world. Excluding chaos may seem like the right move, but tectonic plates need to collide to make the mountain grow taller. And once a mountain reaches its peak, winds and waters will slowly grind it down. Such is a natural cycle Taurus needs to accept. Virgo is mutable earth and therefore the most flexible earth sign. Virgo examines the facts, believing they will attain some kind of finality or perfection. Instead, as one answer comes, another question waits at the door, keeping Virgo stuck in an endless spiral of figuring it out. But this can make Virgo an excellent expert, moving towards problems with great curiosity, often solving problems that would excruciate the rest of us. I get why Virgos are stereotyped as organized, but it's actually really rare that they are. They're mostly really messy because they're constantly biting off way more than they can chew. Even if their home is spotless, their mind isn't. They're the ones who are carrying a great unseen load. They may preemptively identify as masters when they are also students. They go into the woods to discern food from poison and bring their findings to the rest of us with scars in their bellies. In their most embodied and confident state, Virgos are modest and reliable. They're never looking ahead without acknowledging the work that's left to be done. Being ruled by Mercury exposes them to the most information, causing sensory overload and overwhelm, but it also makes them incredibly smart with wide open eyes and ears.